All right, so in this example, we're given h of t is 10 times the sine of theta of t. All right, so theta must be the angle, right? And it could be that the angle is a function of time, right? So but we don't happen to know what theta of t is as a function. We're just given a couple of points. But really this is very similar to the other ones, except this time the outside function we know. The outside function is sine, the 10 times the sine of the angle, and the inside function is the theta of t. So I mean you could break this down and you could say y equals 10 sine of z, where z is equal to theta of t, right? Theta of t. So it's some function of time maybe. And then dy dz would then be 10 cosine of z, right? And dz dt, well, we don't know the function, but we could just call it theta prime of t, right? And then the h of t, right? H prime of t. If I want to find the derivative of h, then I can just write it as 10 cosine of theta of t, and then times theta prime of t. Okay? If I knew theta, I could take the derivative and I could substitute it and it would all be fine. But what we're looking for is h prime of 0. H prime of 0. And so we're just going to substitute the t and put in 0, theta of 0, and then times theta prime of 0. All right. Now, we're given the values of theta at t equals 0 and theta prime at t equals 0. So we're just going to substitute those values in. So we have 10 cosine of theta of 0 is pi over 6. And theta prime we're given as 4. Okay. So 40, right? We could actually make that into 40 times the cosine of pi over 6. But either way, let's write it out. 40 cosine of pi over 6. All right, I gotta think about this, right? Pi over 6. I don't have these memorized. I just have to think about it every time. Pi over 6 is 30 degrees, so pi over 6 is about here. And the cosine is the x-coordinate. So if I draw a little triangle, I know it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. The long side of a 30, 60, 90 triangle is the square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so I can replace that cosine of pi over 6 with square root 3 over 2. And then I'll just simplify it down. This becomes 20. So my final answer then is 20 square root 3. That's my final answer.